Hi everyone, welcome back to Teen Yoga. My name is Sara and I'm going to be leading your Friday sessions. I hope everybody's enjoyed the classes from Charlotta and everybody else so far, and you're really getting into the swing of things with your yoga flow. As it's Friday, I thought we would challenge ourselves a little bit today with some balance postures and see if we feel up to doing something a little bit trickier at the end of the week. But before we do that, I just want to say a quick note about where you're practicing. If you haven't got a yoga mat at home, that's absolutely fine. It's not a problem at all. Just make sure that whatever surface you're on isn't too slippy. I'm quite lucky because I've got hard floors at home, so it means my yoga mat is quite stable on those. If you've got carpet, you might find that your feet or your hands slip slightly. So definitely make sure, like me, that you are barefoot, just to give you a little bit more stability and to make the practice a little bit safer for you. Okay, so before we begin, we're just going to take a moment to check in with ourselves and see how we're feeling today. I've already recorded this video once, and my iPad, the joys of technology, told me that I didn't have enough storage for the whole video, so I'm now re-recording. So as you can imagine, perhaps I'm feeling a little bit less calm than I was the first time round, but we'll persevere and we will continue with our class. So we're going to start in a simple seated position. It can be cross-legged like I am. It can be with your feet in front. It can be with one leg tucked behind. However is comfortable for you, that's how we're going to begin today. So in whatever your seated position looks like, just allowing the spine to grow nice and long, the shoulders come away from the ears. And if it feels comfortable for you, allow the eyes to close. Just have a think about how you're feeling inside today. If you've just woken up, are you still pretty sleepy? Are you thinking about all the things you've got to do today? Or are you feeling quite calm? However you're feeling today, just take a moment to acknowledge that. Positive or negative feelings, whatever they are, just let them come. And then let them pass on by once more. And then just taking a moment to tune into your breath. Quality of your inhales and exhales. Are you breathing from the chest? Or are you breathing from the abdomen? See if you can notice that now. And then we're going to start today's class, as we did my last one, with a few rounds of Bhramari breath, bumblebee breath. And the way we do that, we inhale through the nostrils. And when we exhale through the mouth, but we make a kind of humming sound. So, we sound like bees. So when you're ready, inhaling through the nostrils. Two more times, inhaling. Last one, inhale. and see if you can notice how the body feels now. And today, perhaps set an intention for yourself, for your practice. It could be to stay present throughout the whole class. It could be not to push your body too far. Whatever that intention might be, just set it for yourself now. When you're ready, allow the eyelids to gently open. And we'll see if we can warm up just a little bit before we start moving. So, I think I said last time, I always like to warm up the wrists before I start, just because if you're not used to doing a lot of work on your hands, your wrists can suffer a little bit when you first start doing yoga. So let's just link the hands together, interlocking your fingers, and just moving the wrists from side to side to get a little bit of movement. And then from here, hands together, turning the knuckles forward and stretching the arms long, dropping the head down and sending the shoulder blades away. So we're really hollowing out that belly and really feeling that stretch. Coming back to a neutral spine, turning the hands over, pushing them away, looking up towards the ceiling. And taking a stretch. Lowering back down again, knuckles forward, dropping that head down, sending the shoulders away, really stretching through the shoulder blades and the arms. Coming back to more neutral spine, turning the hands over, up over the head, looking up towards the ceiling, stretching long, and then allowing everything to come back down. Maybe shaking the shoulders a little bit. Hopefully we can really feel that stretch between the shoulder blades. Okay, sending your right hand away with an inhale, bring the left hand up, and as you exhale, folding down over that right arm. So stretching into the side body. We're going to do a bit of work on the side body today, because we want to make sure it's nice and warmed up before we start. Inhale, come back up, grow nice and tall with your exhale. Inhale, right arm up, send the left hand away, exhale, folding back down. Stretching that side body. Inhaling, back to that nice neutral spine. Okay, wonderful. We're going to make our way now onto our hands and knees. So we're just going to do a couple of rounds of cat-cows, which I always like to start my class with because I feel like it warms up the spine a little bit before we do sort of some of the bigger movements. So making sure the feet are untucked, so you can see my toes, the tops of my feet are flat on the mat. With an inhale, filling the belly, looking up into cow. And as you exhale, really sucking the belly in, dropping the head down into cat. Inhale, fill the belly, head comes up. Exhale, dropping the head down, sending the shoulders away into cat. One more round, inhale, drop that belly down, head comes up. Exhaling, dropping the head down, really stretching through the shoulders, and then relaxing everything into a nice neutral spine. Beautiful. And I'm hoping you're going to be able to see enough of me because I'm recording on my phone, but I might have to shuffle around a bit during the class if you can't quite see what I'm doing. So we're going to push up now to our first downward dog of the day. So we're going to tuck the toes under, and as we exhale, we're going to send the hips back and away, and we're going to try and flatten the feet towards the mat. So I'm going to shuffle forward so you can see. So mine are pretty much down. However, if your hamstrings are tight, your heels are probably going to be here, and you may even have a bit of a bend in the leg. That's fine, okay? If you've got tight hamstrings, that's absolutely fine. I'm hypermobile anyway, so yoga's always come slightly easier to me. So please don't worry if your dog doesn't look quite like mine. Okay, and from here we're just going to take our dog for a walk. So we're going to bend that right knee, straighten the left. We're going to flatten down the right foot, bending the left knee. Flattening the left foot, bending the right knee. And the other leg. Flattening the right foot down, bending that left knee. And then coming to a stop. Okay. With an inhale here, I want you to try and sweep your left leg up behind you. So kind of in a three-legged dog. And then I want you to try and step through between your hands. So if you can't get all the way forward between your hands and you sort of end up here, that's fine. Just use your hand and help the leg through. Okay, that's absolutely fine. So we're going to step through left leg, right leg. And then with an inhale, we're going to sweep the arms all the way up, standing. Exhale down through heart center. So we're going to begin our sun salutations for today. So we'll probably try and do maybe four or 5 rounds. We'll see how we go. So with an inhale, sweep the arms up, slight back bend. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, step back with the left leg, drop the knee down. So we're in a kneeling position. Flatten the hands, step back with the right foot. So we're in high plank. Take an inhale here. Now it's up to you how you come down. You can either drop the knees, untuck the toes and lower that way, or you can stay in a plank and lower down for chaturanga. So take whatever option feels best for you. So lowering down, chaturanga. Inhale into your up dog. Exhale, roll your toes. Push back into your downward facing dog. And so then this time we need to bring the right leg up, step through, drop the left knee down and tuck the foot. Tuck the foot, step back through. Inhale, sweeping all the way up. Exhale down through heart center. Okay, so that's our first side. We're going to be stepping back with the right foot this time. So inhaling, sweep the arms up. Exhale, fold down. Step back with the right foot, lower the knee. Inhale, look up. Exhale, step back into your plank. You can inhale briefly. Exhale, lowering down. Either chaturanga or knees, chest and chin. Inhale, up dog. Roll the toes. Downward facing dog. Take a breath here. Okay, so this time, lifting the left leg. We step through, right knee drops down, untuck the toe, stepping through with the right foot, inhale all the way back up, exhale down through heart center. Now don't worry if you find sun salutations a little bit confusing. So the style that we're doing is Shivananda style, which is a bit different to the ones that I normally practice, so I have to think about this a little bit as well. So don't worry, they do take a little while to get your head around, but once you're in the rhythm of them, they get a bit easier. So inhaling, sweeps the arms up. Exhale, fold down. Step back with your left foot this time. Untuck the foot. So we are in a kneeling posture. Step through into plank. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, roll the toes. Downward facing dog. Sweeping the right leg up, stepping through, dropping the left knee down, untuck the toe, stepping back through, inhaling, sweep the arms all the way up, exhale down through heart center. Okay, so we're stepping back on the right foot this time. Inhale, sweep the arms up, exhale, fold down, stepping back on your right foot, untuck the toe. Bring the left foot back into plank. Exhale as you lower down. Inhale to up dog. Exhale, roll the toes. Downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg sweeps up. Stepping through. Right knee drops down on top of the toe. Stepping through. Inhaling, float all the way back up. Exhaling down through heart center. Okay, hopefully everyone's feeling a little bit warmed up now. So what we're going to do is we're going to vary our sun salutation ever so slightly this time, just because I want to add a high lunge into it, okay? So inhale, sweep the arms up, slight back bend. Exhale, fold down. Step back with your left leg. Drop the knee, untap the toe. Step back with your right foot into plank. Exhale as you lower down. Chaturanga or knees, chest and chin. Inhale, up dog. Roll the toes. Downward facing dog. Okay, and then what I would like you to do is sweep the right leg up, step through, but this time we're not going to drop the knee. We're going to keep that left knee up. And as we inhale, we're going to see if we can take the arms up into a high lunge. Okay, it's a slight variation here into our high lunge. Just holding here. And then if you want to, hands down through heart center, we can add a twist. So we're in prayer pose. We're going to take the left elbow and we're going to turn the body and hook it over the right knee. Don't worry if you lose your balance, it's quite tricky. I said we were going to do some balances today. Okay. And then straighten it back up. Hands come down, frame the front foot. Step through. Inhale all the way back up. Exhale down through heart center. Okay, so we can do the same on the other side. So, inhaling, sweep the arms up. Exhale, fold down. Step back on the right foot this time. Drop the knee down, untap the toe. Okay, stepping back, the left leg, high plank. Exhale, lower, chaturanga or knees, chest and chin. Inhale, push through. Exhale, downward facing dog. Okay, and this time the left leg is going to come up. It's going to step through. And we're going to see if we can sweep the arms up into our high lunge. Okay, and then from here, if you want to challenge yourself a bit more, bringing the arms down through prayer, taking the right elbow, hooking it over that left leg into a twist. Okay, and then from here, framing the front foot, stepping through, inhaling all the way up, exhaling down through heart center. Okay, well done everyone, good job. So from here, we are going to step the right foot back and out. So my left toe is facing forward, my right foot is facing along the short edge of the mat, so it's facing you. We're going to bend into the left knee, turn the body forward, and we're going to sweep the arms up into warrior one. Okay, warrior one. Taking a breath here. And as we exhale, we're going to turn the body, open the arms out, look over the front hand, warrior two. And it doesn't matter if your stance isn't as wide as mine, if it's a little bit narrower. But if you can sink down into the hips. And then we're going to take this left arm, we're going to bring it to the left thigh, and we're going to bring the right arm up and over into an extended side bend. Okay, and then from here we're going to straighten up that left leg, turn the foot to face forward. We're going to take hold of both of our elbows and we're just going to fold forward into a deep forward fold. But we're going to try and keep everything quite loose, so we're not forcing here. We're just letting the weight of the elbows and the head pull us down towards the mat. Just allowing everything to release. Beautiful. And then we're going to come back up slowly. If you want, you can use your hands to help. You're going to turn the right foot to face the short edge of your mat, and the left foot is going to face the long edge of your mat. And we're going to do warrior one on the opposite side. So your body is going to turn over your right leg. Inhale, sweep the arms up to warrior one. And then as you exhale, opening the body out sideways, looking over that right arm into warrior two. And then bringing your right arm onto the right thigh, exhaling over into our side bend. So I told you we're going to do some work on the side of the body today. Okay. And then inhaling, coming back up, shuffle the feet together, have a little shake, shake everything out. Okay. And then we go for some more work into the side body. Okay, so our next posture, Trikonasana, triangle pose. So left foot facing forward, right foot facing towards parallel, with the short edge of the mat, like we were with warrior one, but not as wide this time. Okay, so a roughly hip distance stance. Arms come up to shoulder height. Take an inhale, and as we exhale, we're just going to fold over that left leg. And we're going to allow our hand to sort of slide down our shin. What we want here is the chest to be nice and open. We're going to look up towards the ceiling if we can. If that's too tricky balance-wise, then just keep your head forward. Just feeling that stretch into the side body. And then from here, this is where our challenge comes in. So I'm going to shuffle back this way a little bit so you can see. Our challenge for the day, our balancing challenge, is from here. We're just going to shift the left hand down towards the floor. We're going to put a slight bend in the left knee, and we're going to see if we can pick up. Oh, you see I fell out there. We're going to see if we can pick up the right leg. Okay, so like you just saw me fall out a bit there. It doesn't matter if you're a bit wobbly. Now you can see my body here is actually sort of facing down towards the floor. So what would be helpful is a yoga brick, or if you haven't got a yoga brick at home, stack of books does exactly the same thing. So you can use your stack of books just to help you get into the pose. Can you see how my body's straightened up? I've got this nice straight line now. Got along here, yeah? So don't worry if you've fallen out. Well done for having a go. Have a shake out. We're going to do the other side. So if you've got your stack of books, or your yoga block, get them ready for the other side, okay? So get them there. So, right foot facing along the long edge of the mat, left foot parallel with the short edge, arms come up to shoulder height. Take an inhale, grow nice and tall. As you exhale, fold down. So sliding down that shin. So we've got this nice open chest, nice open heart, feeling the stretch into the side body. And then when you're ready, see if you can pick up into half moon pose, half moon. Okay? If you have got a stack of books or a block, it can make your life a little bit easier. Okay, and when you're ready, coming back down, shake everything out. Like I said, it doesn't matter if you fall out of your postures, because every time we come to the mat, it's a practice. That's why we call it a practice. It's not a perfect, okay? So with your balances, it doesn't matter if you do fall out. Right, so from here, we are going to make our way down to the mat. So we're going to do a little bit more work on the side body and a bit of an arm balance. So we're going to come down onto sitting on our hip. And you can see I've got my arm by the side of me here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to stack it so that I've got wrist, elbows, shoulders in a nice straight line, because we're going to come up into a side plank now. You might have done these before, sort of in a HIIT class or something like that, or down the gym. There are several different ways of doing the side plank, so I'm going to give you options. I'm going to shuffle forward so you can see. So your bottom leg is the leg that you're going to be pushing up through. Now your top leg, which in my case is my right leg, you've got options where you put this. It can go in front of the foot, just to give you a bit more stability. It can go behind the bottom foot, or if you really want to challenge yourself today, you can stack it on top, okay? So maybe for your first one, maybe put it in front just to give you a bit of extra stability. So with an inhale, we're going to lift the hip, and as we exhale, we're going to open up. We're going to try and stack the arms, so we've got a nice straight line. Exhale, release everything back down. Okay, see how it felt? See how stable you felt? If this is too tricky, this straight arm, you can do it on your elbow, okay? So you can come to here. So there are always options for you. We're going to do it again. I'm going to stack my feet this time, okay? So with an inhale, we're going to push up. Really straightening those arms. And then as we exhale, coming back down. Well done. Shake everything out. I'm going to turn around just so you can see the other side. So we're going to do the same thing, obviously, on the opposite side. So we're going to have 2 goes. So remember, you can be here or you can be here. It's up to you. If you are up on your arm, make sure that you're nice and stacked. Shoulder, elbow and wrist, okay? So we'll start off, I'll put my foot in front. With an inhale, we're going to push up. Stacking those arms, if we are straight armed. And as we exhale, we're going to lower down. And then this time I'm going to stack my legs. So with an inhale, we're going to push up, get those arms nice and straight. And then as we exhale, we're going to let everything come back down. We're going to have a shake out. Okay, so if you're not used to doing work on your wrists, it can feel quite intense. And then we're just going to make our way down onto our backs. I'm hoping you can see me here. If not, I might have to move the phone that's recording me. We're just going to do a little bit of core work, okay, before we finish. So I'd like you to hug your knees into your chest. Just hug your knees into your chest for a minute. And perhaps just rock from side to side to release the lower back. And then I'd like you to keep hold over your right leg, so hold around the shin. Stretch out your left leg and then lower it so it's about a foot above the floor, so it's not touching the floor. And then I would like you to sit up through your shoulders and your head, squeeze that right leg in, and then as you exhale, change legs. So inhale, look, squeeze. Exhale, change legs. Inhale, squeeze, change legs. And change. And change. And change. And change. Hopefully you're feeling it in your belly. One more on each side. Change. Change. And then relax everything down. Arms can go long over your head. How about a full body stretch? A little bit more in the core. So we're going to bring the hands either behind the head and relax the head down. This is harder. Or you're going to bring them under your bottom. I know you've practiced this in other poses. So we're just going to do a couple of leg raises with an inhale, which you lift your legs up. As you exhale, which you lower the legs down, not quite touching the floor. Inhale, lift the legs up. Exhale, lower the legs down. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, lower down. We do 2 more. Inhale, lift the legs up. Exhale, lower down. And then hug the knees into the chest. Give yourself a gentle rock from side to side. And then we're going to do a posture called Happy Baby. I'm going to shuffle forward ever so slightly so you can see me. Which is one of the stranger looking postures you'll see in a yoga studio. So I want you to reach between the legs, grab hold of your big toes. And if you can't get the toes, that's fine. You can just go for the lower legs. And then I want you to see if you can lift your feet, so the soles of your feet go up towards the sky, and then your knees come down towards the armpits, and you let the legs fall open. So you do look a little bit like a dead bug or a happy baby. And if you've managed to get hold of your toes, just give yourself a little rock, maybe from side to side, keeping the lower back on the mat. If you can't get hold of your toes and you've only got hold of the legs, that's fine as well. See if you can give yourself a gentle rock from side to side. Wonderful, well done. And then hugging the knees back into the chest. Just gently rocking from side to side. Before allowing the feet to come down flat on the mat. And then we're just going to finish with some twists before we go into our final resting posture. So, sending your hips over to the right. Allow your knees to fall away to the left. And the arms come out to shoulder height. And looking over your right arm, just to stretch out and release that lower back. Beautiful. And maybe notice what your breath is doing here as well. And inhaling, bringing those knees back up to center, square the hips again. Send the hips over to the left. And as you exhale, allow the knees to fall over to the right. And this time looking over your left shoulder. Arms are again at shoulder height. And allowing that lower back to release. Wonderful. Okay. And then bringing the feet and the knees back up, re-squaring the body as we come down into our final resting posture. So I'm going to give you several options here, whatever feels comfortable to you. You can stay with your knees up and you can bring the hands to the belly. And what you can do here is you can actually bring the feet about the width of your mat and you can allow the knees to fall together. We call this constructive rest, this posture. So you can be here. Or if you wanted, you could bring the soles of the feet together and you could allow the legs to fall outwards. Butterfly. You could stretch the feet long, bring the arms to the sides and be flat on your back in Shavasana. If you don't like the feeling of being on your back, you could roll over onto your tummy and you could make a little pillow for your head out of your hands and you could be there. So wherever you want to be for your final resting posture, if you just get yourself comfy now, I'm going to sit up just so that I can speak a little bit more clearly. So getting yourself settled in your final resting posture.